What's up everybody, OJ here, welcome back to another video, and man am I excited to talk about Trials of Mana on the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and PC. The game just got a brand new trailer from Square Enix, and I can say this very confidently that Trials of Mana is everything a remake is supposed to be in the modern age. It is a game that follows faithfully what the original vision was, but brought up to a brand new visual flair with everything included in there and then some. It really is a spectacular showcase of what Square Enix can do when they really put their mind to remaking a classic franchise. Now, just for those who don't know, the game is going to be available on April 24th. It's coming out next month. You can pre-order now at this point. Doesn't seem like there's any special editions or anything like that. You just pick up the game. It's going to be a $50 game, and this is a full remake of the original Seiken Densetsu 3 on the Super Nintendo, remade for modern consoles, and it just looks great. And I'm going to go into multiple things why I think you guys should definitely be checking out this game and why this is the complete package when it comes to remakes. It really does redefine, for me at least, what Square Enix can do with their classic games when they put their mind in it. So let's talk first about the huge story that can change based on your party members. So for those who don't know, Trials of Mana has 6 playable characters, 3 within a party, and based on what character combinations that you use, the story will change dynamically. So there is a lot of replay value built right in there because you can't go through everything when you can only have 3 party members. So that gives you 2 playthroughs at the minimum. And on top of that, each one of these characters are completely different from each other. It's not like one of the characters plays like the other one and they have similar type of abilities, and it's just more like just swapping out a palette or something like that, or just swapping out the character, but it's the same thing. They all have unique classes that they can learn, unique abilities, different types of attacks, different animations. It really is something that's huge when it comes to the scope of the story and what can happen. And Mana games have always been known for that really overarching, beautiful story that kind of combines the bright and cuteness with the dark overall theme. That's just how Mana games have always been, and this one hits the nail on the head way better than that Secret of Mana remake could ever do. I'm very impressed with what they've done here when it comes to the story and the party members and how they explained that you can play that in the latest trailer. That trailer really sold a lot of people on the game, and hopefully more of you guys that don't know about Mana check this one out. Let's get into the next reason why I'm very excited about this game, and that is in-depth character abilities with multiple different classes and unique skills. So in this game, you can get different types of abilities based on your class, and you can earn different classes that earn you these abilities. And as you level up, you'll learn some of these new ones, and some of them are really unique because you might get a nice power buff or even a transformation at nighttime compared to the daytime, or you get more strength whenever you defeat this amount of enemies or when you activate certain things. So you want to continuously level up, continuously find different classes, build them up, and put your team together in a certain way to where it can make you unstoppable on the battlefield to take out all the secret bosses and all of the enemies that are in the game. So it is a really unique mix of what they're doing, and if you played the original, it's like that, but the way that they've done it with the visual flair and the style is just something that it just looks completely different, and I bet it would feel different considering the game was 2D on the Super Nintendo and this game is a full 3D action RPG. So very excited about all the different classes and abilities that you can learn, and the trailer does a good job of explaining exactly how things work in a very short amount of time with the gameplay, but it really does look amazing. And there are over 300 abilities to learn and master. That means you're going to be finding a ton of different abilities for people. You're going to be able to have a lot of different variety, and in an action RPG, you want to make sure that you have a lot of different class abilities. I think abilities really can hinder the gameplay if there's not enough, if you're constantly doing the same thing and enemies aren't throwing at you certain stuff, so you have to activate certain abilities or make sure that you get certain things. It can make the gameplay get stale with action RPGs very quick, but with over 300 plus abilities to learn, I mean, that's going to be able to have so much, I would say, variety in terms of what you can learn and how you take down enemies. So I'm very excited to play and kind of see the difficulty and how they throw it in there, and the secrets from the original game, how they kind of remake those and put them in, and maybe what other surprises that they have tucked away in there for us. Now, next thing that makes me very excited about Trials of Mana and why you guys should definitely check this out here is the world. The world of the game is just so bright and colorful and it just looks amazing. They really recreated that original world of Seiken Densetsu 3 in such a unique way. I love the style of the game. It really seems like, yes, it's not like that top tier graphics that you'll see on PlayStation 4, or the next PlayStation, or on Xbox One, or whatever the case is, right? But I think that the graphics fit the game and what they're trying to do, and it looks beautiful. It really does look beautiful, and this world is huge. Based on all the different locations that they've shown so far, they have fully 3D towns, fully 3D explorable. You can go inside places, you can explore all different types of nooks and crannies and caves. They really did a great job with the landscape of the game and how they put it out there, because they had to take this from the original 2D and put it completely in the full game. So it's just amazing to see how it looks and how big the world is brought to the modern stage. Amazing what they did there. And there's all sorts of items to collect too, guys. There's all sorts of items, there's secrets, there's different types of pieces of gear and equipment. There's certain quests that you can take that'll get you extra items and get you extra gear for you to explore. It's not a linear type of game. You're going to be going all over the place. You're going to be wanting to explore every single square inch to get all the different types of gear and get different types of spells and equipments and stuff. So it's one of those things that you really have to explore and really just enjoy the process of going through it. It really is that type of RPG. But last but definitely not least, let's talk about the action in the game. The RPG that blends the smooth gameplay with visual flair. The thing that they did in this game that I think that really kind of makes it stand out, or at least just gives it a little bit extra touch that they didn't do in like the Secret of Mana remake that came out on the PlayStation 4, the PS Vita, PC, is that whenever you do certain abilities and moves, they have nice little close-ups. They kind of get in there, they put this polish on the game that I didn't think they were going to do. I thought it was just going to be like standard, okay, you're just attacking, and maybe they'll do it every now and then, but it has so many different camera angle cuts, and the cinematics weaved in seamlessly with the action. It really does look great. I love how they did that. But I think overall, what makes me really excited when you start talking about Trials of Mana is all the stuff that I just talked about here combined. You have the story, you have the gameplay, you have the amount of abilities, you have the fully 3D explorable towns and worlds, you have all the secrets, and you have the Mana franchise coming back. I think the thing with this game, guys, is that I didn't expect it. I thought personally that the Mana series was going to be dead. I thought that they were not going to revisit the Mana series. I thought that Square Enix being that after the relative failure of the original Secret of Mana remake, which they didn't put too much time in terms of giving them a budget and everything, but after that, I thought they said, okay, we're done with this Mana series. It's just going to be Final Fantasy and other games going forward. But they gave it another shot. They released the Secret of Mana collection in the West, and finally, after 20 plus years, not only do we get Seiken Densetsu 3 released in the West for the first time in the Mana collection, but we get a full remake of the game. So it's almost like they doubled down on their mistake and said, you know what, we were wrong for never releasing this game in the West originally. We were wrong for not localizing it. We're not only going to give you the original game, but we're going to remake it as an apology. And I think that that's the best thing any company can do. That, to me, I gained so much respect for Square Enix for that, because they could have just released it, the Mana collection. People were happy with that, but to throw on a full remake on top of that, and it's not a remake to where it just seems like completely low budget, like the Secret of Mana remake. They put some significant amount of time and resources into making sure the animations look good, the graphics look good, the story holds up, the cutscenes are good, the towns look good. They did a phenomenal job with that. So I'm actually really impressed with Square Enix, and that's what makes Trials of Mana the most exciting remake for me, along with Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition and of course Final Fantasy VII Remake. But I'm a bit more excited for Trials of Mana than Final Fantasy VII Remake, because this is the complete package all in one. Not only are you getting your money's worth, but you're getting the whole original experience completely remade. And I love that about this game. And I love that it just has so much heart and soul. You can just tell the developers really wanted to get this game done, and it shows. And it shows in everything that they've shown so far with it. The vibrancy of the graphics, the fluidity of the gameplay, and the combat. I'm just thoroughly impressed with what they've done, and I cannot wait to check out this game when it comes out. And it's $50. It's not even going to be a $60 game. It's going to be a $50 game, despite it being pretty much completely brand new, because we never originally got the game on the Super Nintendo. They could have easily charged $60 for it, but it's $50, and there's hundreds of hours of content if you kind of go through everything and get everything with it. Like, the original game was. So very excited to check this one out. And you know what? I don't even really need to see any more. I'm already buying the game. It is a done deal based off of everything that they've shown so far from what we got at E3 last year. And of course, with this gameplay trailer and some of the drip feed of information that they've got, this is a done deal for me. And hopefully you guys can feel the same way. For those who aren't into the Mana series, this might be a great place for you guys to start right here with Trials of Mana. Remember guys, coming out this April, it's going to be on the PlayStation 4, it's going to be on PC, and it's going to be on the Nintendo Switch. Unfortunately, no Xbox One version, which Square Enix has done for some of their RPGs, so it is what it is there. So what are you guys' thoughts on Trials of Mana? Are you guys excited for it? Did this new gameplay trailer that they showed off, did it get you more hype for it? Did it get you excited for it for the first time? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the link in the description below. We've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a follow on there. Stay updated on all the latest gaming information and news. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.